It is still Friday the 3rd, and I probably shouldn't post it. Let's see if I actually go through with it. All right, y'all, I should not be doing this. It is past my bedtime. I am tired. I don't know if I'm going to post the two that I did earlier or if I'm going to post this one. I probably shouldn't post any of them, but a couple of thoughts rolling around when I checked back in on my feed, which I shouldn't have done. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. And saw some of the updates regarding the folks in working on the cases, right? The Vegas case and the New Orleans case, and them trying to simultaneously blame, on the one hand, some guy, they're trying to paint this narrative of, oh yeah, I'm just mad at the rich. And, sure, in theory, yes. But again, if some dude was mad at the rich and wanted to make a point, and he's a Green Beret, he doesn't throw fireworks in a Cybertruck and take himself out in front of a hotel. Like, that's not what you do. That's what a rich guy pretending that he understands normal people would think up. I was like, oh yeah, I would put fireworks in my Cybertruck and drive it in front of the hotel. So like, I mean, all right, but also now they're saying that they found some sort of letter somewhere, manifesto, whatever, and it's just very interesting, very clean, and again, such a coincidence because similar to the other guy over here. And forgive me, I haven't dug into what his whole thing was supposed to be, but I guess, he's unhappy with life and unhappy with his divorce, and somehow that mutated into, I think I like ISIS, and I'm gonna harm other people instead of the people that are directly close to me, because that also makes way more sense. And the things that we're recovering are, there's this destruction, but we got a flag. And they go and do a tour of this place, and oh look, there's a holy book sitting out. Oh, what's this? Is this the scripture and verse that describes what he was going to do? Oh, that's amazing. How convenient is that? Like, so when I go back, because I saw the video that Miss Butchbody had put up, and that the smelly one himself, Re-Truth or whatever, where in the beginning she's saying, oh, we're inaugurating him. And then the tone and attitude kind of changes as the message goes along, where she starts to sound like she's not really sure that they're going in. And like they're going to be up against something, and like it's going to be a fight, and they're not 100% sure that they are getting in there. And so I asked you guys, what is that? What does that mean? And a chunk of us said they know something's coming. That seems suspicious. Well, everyone said it's suspicious. But another chunk of us said it sounds like they're trying to feed into that we're so scared we need to protect ourselves narrative for the martial law. And I see that partially fitting, except for that piece where he does have to actually get in for that part to count. So, I mean, it could be feeding into that, but they already have everything they need, really, to do that. And they're going to rile things up on the 19th and make sure if there was any piece left, they're going to make sure it's gone. They're going to do something crazy and point at Team Blue and say it was them that did it, even though we all know that's not what it's going to be. They're going to get upset and start throwing shit and doing what they do. And then the next morning, he gets in there and 0.2 seconds in, he's like, okay, martial law, the billionaires need to protect themselves. And that's it. That's the ball game. I know I keep saying it, and folks are probably getting upset at me for saying it, but it's well, like I said, you see how fast these people have burned through, and they don't even have power yet. And they've admitted to everything. They've taken full masks off. They've laughed in the faces of the people that put them there. They are showing that they have pure disdain for all of us. If we're not moneyed or we can't be used for labor, they have no interest in us. This whole display, these people took out human lives so they could take photos of themselves with ketchup on their face, or so that they could have an opportunity to brag about the strength of their product and to force the local Blue Bacon to thank them on TV for allowing them into one of the vehicles. And all of these people who bought those vehicles suddenly realizing, oh, wait a minute, if I can use an app to control everything about my car, does that mean the company can too? And we're all over here like, you just thought of that? So, I mean, here's the thing. Can imagine this dude. Someone put it in the comments where they said every one of these products is like a surveillance thing, like a movable, autopilotable spy device that can be remotely activated, like remotely controlled, remotely all kinds of stuff. And the dude in charge of that, who has endless access and no morals, will not be scrupulous at all with full tilt power. You think, like, I really don't want to sound like the downer, but the reality of it is the people who are like, oh, you guys are just being petty. Like, we are, but also it is because you don't fully understand. Like, you think we're being unrealistic and we just need to focus on the next milestone, midterms or whatever. And we're trying to tell you that there are not going to be midterms. So we're willing to accept what happens. It's just we're a little more aware of what that means. You think we're being exaggerating when we say New Gilead. We know that we're not exaggerating. You are surprised when the information comes out and confirms what we've been saying. And we're just like, yeah, we called that too. So, but anyway, getting back to this idea of them trying to ramp up this narrative that the people are coming for them because they're rich and billionaires, and so they need to protect themselves. I can see that being a play. I don't know if that's the right play right now, especially if the goal is to try to get in. 'Cause they've pissed off a lot of their own people because they sided with rich folks. So if their play is to say, save us because we're rich, you guys, and you need to protect us because we're the rich ones, so make sure we get across the finish line so we can get in there and then just take over everything, martial law, and dissolve the empire. I don't know if that will work with the strength that they want it to, because they shat the bed with their supporters and they are going to need them. So yeah, I could see them trying to stoke the flames and trying to get them riled up. But again, if I mean, they do love to be upset. And I mean, all you have to do is say Quran, and it doesn't matter that this dude is American born and was in the army. They don't care. All that went out. All they heard was brown. So, I mean, again, them trying to rile up the base at its core, fine. Them trying to rile them up out of like racism and misogyny, that works. But then trying to rile them up as rich versus poor is not the play that they should go for. And if they try to roll with that and make it that, and I know some people are saying, well, maybe that is the narrative. Maybe there are veterans that have decided, hey, this is how we're kicking back. I mean, either way, if they try to pump into the class war side of it, I don't think they're going to find the support that they need there. That might flip the table in a way that they weren't thinking of. So I don't know if that's the way to go. They're coming for us. But maybe. I definitely think they're trying to rile up their base for sure. What they're trying to do with that, yeah, I think they're just trying to get that riot party ready so that they can just instantaneously, and then, yeah. I mean, then folks get a nanosecond of, haha, nobody saved you, and then it's done. So, you know, enjoy that, I guess. At least ours has a happy ending.